Guys, for today's video, merong bagong news about the lifting of moratorium ni SEC with regards to online lending apps. Di ba currently, andyan na nga yung problem natin with online lending apps na hindi makontrol ng government natin at patuloy silang nang bibiktima ng mga kababayan natin. Ano bang laman ng bagong memorandum ni SEC with regards to new application ng mga online lending app? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin today. So samahan niyo ako, sit back and let's discuss coming right up. Hi guys, this is Pat and you're in Pat Quintos Review TV. So if you're new here in my channel, I do reviews about personal finance na meron akong experience or meron na akong knowledge na ginawa ko na ng videos and playlists na makikita nyo dito sa taas. At kung bago ka dito sa channel ko, you may want to consider subscribing to my channel. Guys, eto, silipin nyo to. Pangalan niya, Fine Pine Budget and Expense. So basically, based dito sa kanyang advertisement, pinapakita na pwede daw humiram dito ng pera sa kanila. Nakalagay pa dyan, alam mo ba na 59% ng Pilipino ang nagsasabing mataas ang interest ang dahilan kung bakit ayaw nilang umutang. Tapos sabi dito, yung Fine Pine ay narito para mag-alok ng marangal at malinaw na lending. Up to 25,000 pesos daw. So dito pala sinasabi na mag-aalok daw ng lending. Okay. Anong problema dito? Well, naglabas si SEC ng post or notice na itong si Fine Pine lending na to ay hindi registered as an online lending app. So ito yung problema. Right now, merong existing na moratorium sa pag-open ng mga bagong online lending apps. Ang ibig sabihin nito, hindi ka pwede mag-create ng online lending app ngayon sa Google Play Store, sa Apple App Store, nang hindi mo nire-register with SEC. Hindi mo naman mare-register kay SEC yan because of that moratorium nga. Yun currently ang problema. Maraming mga online lending app ang hindi naka-register. So tipong mga illegal itong mga online lending app na to. Ngayon, ito bang pag-lift ng moratorium ni SEC, it would curtail or it would eliminate this unregistered online lending app? Feeling ko, hindi rin naman. Bakit? Well, ito, basahin natin ang news coming from fintechnews.ph. So sabi dito, SEC lifts 5-year moratorium on online lending platforms in the Philippines. The new framework follows a wave of SEC crackdown on unregistered lending apps and a proposed prudential framework floated earlier this year. The SEC has lifted its nearly 5-year moratorium on new online lending platforms, replacing it with a stricter framework for financing and lending companies. Ang ibig sabihin daw nila ay i-allow na nila ang pag-register ng mga online lending apps. However, it will be stricter daw. The Commission issued Memorandum Circular Number 20, Series of 2026 on July 7, which will take effect on August 1. Sabi dito, MC20 applies to all financing companies and lending companies using digital apps or web-based systems to offer credit. The guidelines strengthen consumer protection through tighter disclosure requirement, responsible lending practice, and closer regulatory oversight. SEC welcomes and promotes financial innovation but will not tolerate the proliferation and predatory and unfair lending practice. Lifting of moratorium doesn't mean automatic approval. Only FCs and LCs that meet the Memorandum 20 requirements may operate borrower-facing platforms, and SEC can refuse, suspend, or delist any OLP that violates the guidelines. So, merong bagong capital requirement ang kailangan for you to register an online lending app. So, sabi dito, FCs need at least 15 million without an OLP. Ibig sabihin nito, ang financing company daw, kahit wala kang online lending app, as in magbubukas ka ng brick and mortar or physical office, ang minimum capital requirement mo ay 15 million pesos. FCs need at least 15 million pesos without an online lending app. And kapag magke-create ka ng mga online lending app, separate app, for example na lang guys, si WeFund Lending, di ba meron siyang dalawa? Meron siyang One Hand, and then meron siyang Love It by Juna Hand. Si WeFund, pag mamay-ari niya itong Love It na to, and then si One Hand, ibig sabihin nito, meron siyang dalawang online lending app. Thus, kailangan niya ng 15 million each app na ino-open nila as a minimum capital requirement. And then, with lending companies naman daw, from 5 million, rising to 10 million per platform to 50 million kung 5. Okay, so basically maganda nga to sana, di ba? Because they will enforce this para yung tipong makaka-register lang dito is yung totoong nagne-negosyo, yung totoong may capital. And hindi na yung mga fly-by-night na maliliit lang na magbubukas ng app, etc. etc. So basically sa tingin nyo ba, mare-resolve nito ang current issue with unregistered online lending app? Siyempre, hindi. Sa tingin ko in my point of view, kaya naglabasan yung unregistered like Fine Pine. Unregistered sila na parang finance and budgeting app, pero pag dinownload mo, ay pwede pala sila magpahiram sa'yo. So basically, itong mga online lending app na to ay unregistered. So, the more na hindi sila magre-register yan. Kasi una, pwedeng hindi nila kayang abutin yung capital requirement. And pangalawa, ayaw nilang makontrol ng governing body. So, ang gagawin nila dyan is katulad nito. From another name, maglalabas ng panibagong name. Pag nahuli, papasara, maglalabas na ng panibago. Ano ang pumipigil sa mga to? Kasi katulad nitong FinePay na to, makikita nyo dyan, nakalagay, Vietnam yung location. So, they are not operating here in the Philippines. They are outside. So, parang tipong nag-create sila ng app, tapos nakita mo, pwede mong i-download, etc., at nakahiram ka. Diba? Ang mangyari lang po dyan is syempre gagawa sila ng app, tapos ipapublish nila, may magda-download, tapos may mangutang, tapos makikita ni SEC, papadelete ni SEC sa Google Play Store, Apple App Store, tapos mag-create na naman sila panibagong app. Sa pag-create ng panibagong app, halos nire-recycle lang naman to. Wala kasing ngipin yung batas natin about this kind of application na sa ibang bansa kine-create. And looking at this, di ba? Vietnam yung location netong FinePay na to. So, in my opinion, yes, maganda na magbubukas ka, tapos meron kang set of new capital requirement para sigurado na ang magbi-business lang ng lending talaga ay mga legit at susunod sa protocol or rules ni SEC. Pero guys, eto pakinggan nyo. Kahit naman registered na sila, nagagawan pa rin nila ng paraan na magpautang ng mataas ang interest. Well, natutuwa ako sa ibang mga online lending app talaga with the likes of Happy Cash. Yan. Makikita mo na nung nag-set si SEC ng bagong interest ceiling, sumunod naman sila. Pero meron pa rin talagang mga online lending app, kahit medyo kilala na, hindi pa rin sumusunod sa interest. For me, ang magandang action talaga ni SEC is reviewin niya talaga ang mga apps na nakalabas sa Google Play Store, Apple App Store na registered with SEC. From there, silipin nila talaga kung paano yung pagbabayad. Isa talaga yan, yung interest, and then at the same time, yung term ng pagbabayad. Alam niyo yun? Yung sasabihin na
sobrang tagal, tapos within 7 days, kailangan bayaran yung malaking amount.
That's unfair. So wala, it's a welcome development, but for me, it really does not resolve the issue of online lending app. Mabuti na nga na dumadami ang mga legit buy now pay laters natin na pwede nating utangan. At least kahit papano nalilihis na yung ibang mga tao na nakasalali lagi sa OLA at napupunta na sa mga legitimate na nagpapautang na meron namang mas mababang interest talaga versus sa kanila. And even offer 0% interest, 'di ba? Somehow sana dumami itong mga ganitong mga buy now pay later or lending apps na to na nag-o-offer ng better deal kaysa itong mga predatory online lending app. Okay, for our question of the day. Sa tingin nyo ba magiging effective itong bagong memorandum ni SEC or it will just flood the Google Play Store and Apple App Store ng mga unregistered online lending app? Well, i-comment mo yan sa comment section sa baba for our monthly giveaway. Yun lamang po for today's video, but before we end this video, mag-shoutout po muna tayo at shoutout kay Olivia Esconde at Olivia Esconde. Sabi po niya, thank you po. Shoutout from Dumangas, Iloilo. Kay Olivia Esconde, shoutout po sa inyo and thank you so much po for watching and supporting my videos. Maraming salamat po. I hope you like this video, leave a thumbs up, and if not, wala nang problema dyan, but continue to support me by subscribing to my channel by clicking the subscribe button and also the bell button sa tabing subscribe para makareceive kayo ng latest notification sa lahat ng upload ko. Again guys, this is Pat Quinto and you're in Pat Quinto's Review TV. Bye-bye!